So, the V3 Cipher situation got even crazier, right? Now, the reason I'm making a video on this is because I did skip Jiaoqiu. Acheron lasted me a while at E1S1. She's been struggling with endgame lately. However, I was glad skipping Jiaoqiu back in the days because he was only best in slot for Acheron. A support who is only best in slot with literally 1 DPS was never worth the pulls in my eyes, and so I skipped Jiaoqiu, which led to me getting like Ling Sha, Robin, and Fei Xiao, right? HOS, after all the, backlash he received from his E2S1 Acheron video using E0S1 Hyacine and Robin, and people saying that this just very clearly favors Cipher over Jiaoqiu, he decided to make another video in which Jiaoqiu just gets embarrassed, right? He made a video of Jiaoqiu versus Cipher for Pure Fiction with an E0S1 Acheron, no Robin for Cipher, and Preservation March as Cipher's sustain. Jiaoqiu had Gallagher, and what he did for the Cipher run was he put Acheron's light cone on Cipher so that she could generate stacks more often, and her ability to basically do a significant amount of damage on ult gave her the advantage against the Flame Reaver boss, allowing her to kill more clones than Jiaoqiu could. And so they both cleared basically around the same in Cipher's worst case scenario, right? A lot of people are going to look at this and be like, oh, it's close. This is her absolute worst case scenario. There is no Robin, Preservation March, and she didn't have her light cone, so you had to use Acheron's light cone on Cipher without Acheron having her light cone, right? This is absolutely diabolical. Now, I do want to say, if you already own Jiaoqiu from the beginning, I think you got some good use from him, and I don't think there's too much of a reason to actually need to pull for him, right? Or be sad about Cipher being better than Jiaoqiu with Harmony in basically every single case scenario over like Jiaoqiu plus Cipher or something else, right? But for anyone, and this applies to a lot of people, because you need to keep in mind the Jiaoqiu Doom posting when he originally came out was very high. It was at like an all-time high. So a lot of people, even if they owned Acheron, skipped Jiaoqiu, and now a lot of people pull Jiaoqiu on his rerun, possibly more than his original launch, because they want to keep their Acheron working, in which they just got fucked, right? And here's why. A lot of people will say, oh, but you got Jiaoqiu, now you can just run Jiaoqiu plus Cipher. You aren't wrong. However, the same cost someone could have put towards someone put into that Jiaoqiu could have been used for Acheron Eidolons. I know a lot of people love to use the argument that E2 Acheron is useless. However, in my opinion, it actually isn't. Not only does she get an extra stack every time she takes a turn, but having a Harmony unit doesn't make you lose any damage at all. Keep in mind, even at E0S1, Nihility plus Harmony is usually the best in slot for her. So when you go to the jump of E2, you basically get a shit ton of damage increase, because you no longer have to deal with the bullshit of losing damage from running another Harmony with an E0S1 Acheron, and you get that extra stack every single Acheron turn. So a lot of people really like to hate on Acheron's E2. I will say it doesn't really keep up with the DPSs from these days. However, for its time, it was 100% good. And right now, it has literally never been a better value, because Robin plus Cipher is her new best in slot team. Apparently, even at like E0S1 or E2S1. So you know, you can hate if you want, right? You can skip Cipher if you want. It's not like she's a must pull, especially if you already have like an E0 S1 or E1 S1 Jiaoqiu. However, the simple fact of the matter is she is the new best in slot for Acheron if you even just have Acheron's light cone or her light cone, right? And she has significantly better pull value because she isn't even made for Acheron. I feel like I'm going crazy seeing these people who keep trying to say that Cipher is like bricked because she isn't, you know, massively better than Jiaoqiu at E0S0. She's not even meant for Acheron in the first place. She works with basically every DPS and comp in the entirety of the game, and she already has a best in slot niche that is the follow-up teams. She just happens to be better than Jiaoqiu with a debuffing light cone, right? So the situation, it got crazier, right? It for sure got crazier. It turns out even in pure fiction, Cipher can still do just as good as Jiaoqiu, once again, without a Robin massively buffing her damage and giving action advance and all that hoopla, right? And no Gallagher, just a preservation March 7th, because keep in mind, another thing Cipher does that a lot of people don't like to consider is you can run a preservation sustain with trend, right? Because Jiaoqiu uses fire dot, meaning the trend's fire dot can't really stack on it as well, right? However, this changes, right? This changes everything, because now with Cipher you don't have to deal with the bullshit fire dot, and you can get significantly more stacks with a trend on your preservation sustain. Love y'all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Let me know if you're going for Cipher, if you already pulled for Jiaoqiu. Yeah, I feel validated, right? I'm not gonna lie, I am biased. I feel fucking validated because I pulled for E2 Acheron instead of Jiaoqiu in preparation of the possibility of Robin X Cipher for Acheron, right? Keep in mind, even before this V3, I was considering the possibility of Cipher plus Robin for Acheron literally since V1. I have been waiting, and to see it become this strong for Acheron in V3 feels absolutely amazing. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Peace.